Phoenix, Arizona has been one of the hottest markets in real estate up to date across the whole United States. Okay, we have risen as far as prices, but we've had low inventory the last couple of years. That has changed as of probably since the Fed has increased their interest rates. Now we have much more inventory for you to choose from if you're thinking about buying a house in 2023, especially here in Phoenix, Arizona. But you have to know what's going on with the market. You got to pump the brakes here and be like, hey, what's really going on in Phoenix, Arizona? What does the market look like? What does the zip code look like? What does that city look like? Am I going to get a good deal? Have prices hit the bottom in Phoenix, Arizona? So if you're thinking about buying a house in 2023 in Phoenix, Arizona, this video is for you because I'm going to cover a lot of information, a lot of data, and give you my personal opinion on what I think you should do or not do, especially if you're thinking about buying a house in 2023. So let's get right into this video. So before I deep dive into all this data and all this information, do me a favor. Hit that fist button, which is the subscribe button, and that bell to get notified once I drop the latest video, because I am just bringing you some home buyer tips, home seller tips, the Phoenix real estate market updates, so you can be mindful if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing in some real estate. So with that being said, let's jump into this data, this information, because I think it's going to be very, very valuable, especially if you're thinking about buying a house in 2023 here in the desert in Phoenix, Arizona. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so the first chart I want to show you is the actual monthly median sales price. I've been getting asked a lot of these questions like, where are prices at right now, Victor, since previously the last couple of years? Because we've had a lot of appreciation here as far as prices. And if you all know, is that homes are getting unaffordable here in Phoenix because of the income that people are making do not support the lifestyle, especially in buying a house. This is why I call this Calazona, right? We're kind of getting into that realm of the state where you have to have two people working and making a great income to afford a house in California, and that is going to be here in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, prices have declined about $70,000 here in Phoenix, Arizona, but I want to pull this chart up and show you exactly so you can take a look about what's happening with the housing market, and you can know what's going on with these the monthly median sales price. So here we are with this chart, and this is actually information that I pay for to supply it for you for free on this channel. I think it's very important for you guys to know this when you're working, to work with a full-time agent and get to know your information on what's going on with the housing market. Now, I'm going to take you back all the way to 2016, where in January 2016, the monthly median sales price of a house was $230,000. As you can see here, it has just been trending up all over the place. And this is because due to low rates, right? We hit the peak here in May of 2022 at $515,000. Now we have gone down, okay, in downward trend. Now we are at a monthly median sales price of $445,000. Now that is December of 2022. So taking that number by this number, you're looking roughly about 70 grand, $69,000. That is kind of what's happening here with the housing market here in Phoenix, Arizona. They're on the market for quite some time. Sellers are just having to cut the price if they need to sell. Now you have the people who need to sell and the people who want to sell. Some people are still out there trying to test the market to see what they can get for the house, but the people who truly need to sell are going to sell. The people who truly want to buy are truly going to buy. So that is where we're at as far as the monthly median sales price here in Phoenix, Arizona. The good thing about this chart, okay, if you're working with me directly, we can dial this into a zip code. We can dial this into a subdivision. We can actually try to figure out exactly what's going on in this area where you're thinking about buying by square foot, price per square foot, to make sure you're not overpaying. Okay. And then we can try to see the trend on where the bottom's going to be. So that is the monthly median sales price as of today. And I want to show you in your next chart is some data about how many listings did we have in the past, how many do we have now, and why the opportunity might be now for 2023 if you're looking to buy a house, because we do have some more inventory for you to choose from. And if you were shopping in the last 2 years, you know how that went. It was so difficult to try to get in the house. So right now might be the time for you. But let's go check out this information. So if you're thinking about buying a house in 2023, especially here in Phoenix, Arizona, it's very important to understand the listing counts. How many active homes for sale? Okay. Now the chart I'm going to show you is all about single family homes. There's no condos, there's no townhomes, there's no mobile homes, just single family homes. Okay. And during this type of season, okay, we're still low as far as activity, as far as active listings for sale. We should have roughly between probably about 17,500 to 20,000 active homes for sale. We're sitting roughly around 13,800. So let me show you this chart so you can try to get a visual, because I'm a visual person. I like to not only see it, but I like to hear it as well. And this is why it's very important for me to share these charts with you. Let me move myself to this side real quick so you can see. Now, this chart right here, these are active listing counts, okay? We're taking the same apples and apples from the last chart. Active homes for sale, the normal, okay? No short sales, REOs, condos, REOs, short sales, or HUD homes. There's not really not that many, and I could probably show you that chart later, but that's not a problem. Single family homes, okay? We're doing all years, 2021, 22, and moving forward into 2023, and then obviously pre of 2021. So in 2018, if you look at this date, Saturday, September 1st, we had 12,234 homes for sale. And then you can see here at the peak before you know what happened is in 2019 of February, we had 15,177 active listings for sale. As you can see here is the trend just started going down, okay? At right here, let me see that little dip right there, March 19th of 2022, this is when the federal government decided to change all the interest rates. They have raised interest rates 7 times now this year, okay? Think about it. 7 times the federal funds rate has gone up, which really doesn't go directly impact interest rates as far as 30-year mortgages, but as you can see, they have gone dramatically up from the 3s to 4s all the way to the 7s. Okay, now we're sitting around 6.12. I think that's what Mortgage News Daily is stated. This is the biggest trend. So at the peak, Saturday, October 22nd, 16,318 homes for sale. Okay, we thought that this was gonna continue to go up to 20,000 to 25 to 30,000 active listings for sale. But you can see here is we are back down to 13,785. Now, what is this chart telling me? Like, what is it telling you as a home buyer in 2023? This is telling me that the market is not going to crash because we have increased all this inventory, but yet even with high interest rates, people are still buying. I'm still helping buyers. I'm still helping sellers. The market has slowed down because you have more opportunities out there, but looking at the activity of active listings, closed sales, the previous data, this is telling me that the market's not going to crash. The market has slowed. It will continue to slow a little bit, but if there's a house out there that looks nice, feels nice, is in the right location, and you're looking in that area, people are going to buy it. If you're not going to buy it, somebody else will. So that is the active listing counts as far as homes for sale here in Phoenix, Arizona. And you got to think about this. I want to bring that chart. I was helping many buyers right here trying to find a house when we had little to no inventory. I mean, look at this. We had 3,000 homes for sale in our population here in Phoenix, Arizona. Okay. And then we had 3,685 at the last dip. Well, now as a home buyer, you have more inventory to choose from. So how does that help you as far as a home buyer? Well, you can negotiate price. You can negotiate your terms on your contract, right? You can negotiate the closing date. You can get seller concessions. You can even get seller concessions to help you buy down the rate, to get your rate down from 6, wherever it's going to be at, because of your credit score, your income, etc., and to bring it down, to make the payment more affordable. So you just have more options right now. And this is why I want to show you that chart of the active listings here in Phoenix, Arizona and Maricopa County. Now, if you're looking to buy a house in Phoenix, Arizona in 2023, well, affordability is determined by 3 major factors here in Arizona, right? It's going to be your family income. How much money are you bringing home, right? Can you afford the house? The next tier, number 2, is 30-year mortgage rates. Can you afford it? Yes, there is some ARM loans. There's some buy down rates as well. But you really got to understand that, are you going to be able to afford it as far as your income? Okay. And number 2, what are mortgage rates? And number 3, the sales price of the house. Now you these top 3 are a major criteria if you're thinking about buying a house here in Phoenix, Arizona, is because your monthly median income that you're making by yourself or by your spouse, or if you're married couple or you're single, whatever it is you got to make sure you're going to be able to bring in some money to afford that payment. The second thing is interest rates. If you have not checked out the site, I would actually suggest you go to mortgagenewsdaily.com. They have a mobile app, and check out the interest rates. Okay, it's very important that you understand that what you're going to be paying per month as far as your mortgage. Now, rates are high. They are projected to go down in 2023 and 2004, so you can refinance later to get your payment down a little bit lower, but you're going to have to, bite the bullet for the next 2 to 3 years. And who knows what the federal government is going to do with interest rates. But we haven't seen them this high for quite some time. I bought my first house in 2001, and my interest rate was 6.25% back in the day. And I thought that was low. I think we just been programmed that interest rates should be in the high 2s to mid 3s. When roughly now we're just back to normal as far as rates, okay? And the third thing is sales price. How much are you going to offer on your house in the offer? Can you get a significant discount as far as the price? But don't always just think about the price, think about the terms, because we can get you some seller closing costs to buy down the rate. That's going to help you for the longevity of the 30-year fixed mortgage to get your rate down, to make your payments affordable. So those are like the 3 key factors if you're thinking about buying a house in 2023, I would consider. And ultimately, it comes down to the math, my friends. And with these charts that I have as a full-time agent, not part-time, and I'm knocking the part-time agents. There's some good ones out there. But you have to have someone devoted that's looking at the information, knows the market, can read the charts, understand what's going on, and dial into the zip code or the city that you're looking to buy and be like, hey, I think if we offer this, we can get the house. And it's very close to the bottom where I think the trend might go back up, or you might break even. And if you go down negative a little bit, that's okay, because it's always going to rebound. Real estate always rebounds, especially after the crash. It came back up, right? And I was a part of that. And it came back up. So you have to really make some great decisions here. Like, can I afford it with the income that I'm making? Is the first question. Number 2, what is my credit score? Like, everything is very important to know your credit score and understand that. And before you even go shopping for a house, you should be able to pull your stuff, your credit, 6 months in advance and be like, okay, I need to work on this. I need to work on this, because it's very important, because the higher the credit score, the better the rate you're gonna receive. And that's one of the major things that you got to understand is you're something you can work on. Okay, even if you do it a year, okay, you're going to have to do it because you don't know what your credit score is. And number 3 is the sales price. Okay, depending on the location, there's going to be different prices of houses, and you negotiate these prices down. New construction, you can negotiate as well. These home builders are cutting the prices as well. So I think those are the major factors if you're thinking about buying a house in 2023, especially here in Phoenix, Arizona. And knowing the information in the market, okay, knowing what city you're going into, the zip code, and somebody being able to help you and extract all the information and be like, hey, like, it's listed for $485. I think we can get it for like $450 and all the terms. And this is the reason why. And submit all that to the selling agent, to the seller, this is the reason why we're coming in at this price. And if you don't want to take it, seller, we can go to the next house because there's a lot of inventory available than there was in the past when I was looking, when we only had 3,000 homes for sale. I have more opportunities now. So just keep that in mind. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. Once again, hit that fist button and that bell to get notified once I drop the latest video, because I'm just bringing you all the knowledge you need to know if you're thinking about buying a house here in Phoenix, Arizona, and in 2023. So I appreciate you guys. Hope to see you guys on the next video. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.